A very good morning, ladies and gentlemen. We are all set for what is going to be match number one of Group F,
संतोष
and
ट्रॉफी क्रीडा
we are live
स्पर्धेचं
from the Chhatrapati Sahu Stadium.
या ठिकाणी
It
होत
is
आहे.
going to be a rollicking clash between Andaman and Nicobar against Maharashtra. The guest for the day is now exchanging pleasantries, just ensuring the fact that he meets the players. And once again, this venue itself, it turned out to be a cauldron of relentless action last year, pertaining to Chhatrapati pertaining to Santosh Trophy. And both these sides, they'll be hoping for the best of results. They'll be hoping to showcase their best unit coming together. This is a big opportunity for Andaman and Nicobar as well to showcase their talent, wherein for Maharashtra they are an experienced side. They will definitely like to continue their domination in the Indian football circuit for a longer point in time.
स्पर्धेचं औपचारिक उद्घाटन अध्यक्ष माधवराजे छत्रपती यांनी करावं. मॅच कमिशनर संतोष
Will now be a part of the opening ceremony, post which the match would get underway.
यांनी आदरणीय माणिक मल्लिक साहेबांना नेतृत्व त्यांनी माधवराजे छत्रपती यांचं स्वागत करावं.
Well, that's our match officials for the day. The referees, Mr. Vimalendu Mandal. The linesmen are Prashanjit Mandal and Riju Mandal. And the match official is Tarun Kumar Biswas. And match commissioner is Mr. Velukutti Nayar Ratish Kumar, another experienced man in the office for a while now. And it's going to be me, Rohit, who will take you through the upcoming pulsating 90 minutes of action. The two captains out in the center, Nikhil and Francis, leading the lines for Andaman and Nicobar, wherein for Maharashtra, it's the experienced Nikhil Kadam, who is taking point as their skipper. That's the starting 11 for Andaman and Nicobar. Abdulaziz under the woodwork, Jayant Barla, Farhan Ahmed, Ayan Ekka, Anshif M, Nixon, Gitin Raj, M. Joy Phil, Nikhilian Francis, the skipper, Stewart Divin, and Mohammad Sadiq, their coach, also V. Abdul Anwar. And that's Maharashtra's starting 11. Paramjeet Baghel under the woodwork, Deepak Prakash Patil, Pawan Vijay Mali, Yash Shukla, Dhurvesh Nijap, Shannon Pereira, Advait, Johnson Joseph Matthews, Himanshu Patil, Armash Nasir Ansari, and Nikhil Kadam, the captain. And they'll be playing under the chaperonage of Paresh Vijay Shivalkar. Here's a quick look at the substitutes of both the sides. For Andaman and Nicobar, they have Mohammad Munir, Al Padus, Philip Marandi, A. Vishwanathan, K. Mohammad Fayaz, Lava, Mohammad Zakir, K. Satyaraj, goalkeeper Naveen. For Maharashtra, it's going to be Umesh Pirambra, Mohammad Arfat Ansari, apologies, Shiv Kumar Sethi, Mohammad Rizwan, Shankit Saloke, Sheikh Abid, Arbaz Pendari, Vinay Kondamuri, Shatish Hawaldar, Malhar Mohol, and Kamran Ansari. So we are almost all set for the opening of this game, for the start of this game. And there we go. We're underway here. Introducing you all to the sides. The team attacking on the frame from the right to the left in their signature white and black will be Maharashtra, wherein the team attacking on your screen from rather the team attacking on your screen from the left to the right in their signature white and black is Maharashtra, wherein on your screen attacking from the right to the left in their blue and whites, signifying the vastness of the oceans around them, of the sea around them, is none other than Andaman and Nicobar, one of the most beautiful islands in India, and obviously offers you a glimpse of idyllic paradise that will take you time, and at the same time, it comes with a rich blend of history and modernization. So, yes, a few dark past also comes to us and the lessons of history. And at the same time, we get to know so much about our freedom fighters there. This is a wonderful run from Maharashtra, comes in with a cross all the way from the right. However, not really the most glamorous crosses. It was slightly overpowered, sailing over the woodwork there. Well, we apologize for the technical difficulty that has happened a few moments ago. We had to be out of action for a while. But now that we are back up, we welcome you back once again. And for everyone who's joining in right now, let me quickly introduce you to the two sides. We are live from the Chhatrapati Shahu Stadium in Maharashtra, and this is a clash between Andaman and Nicobar and Maharashtra. Corner for Maharashtra there. There comes the corner floating in, and a very wide header sailing away from the woodwork. And this contest is between Maharashtra and Andaman and Nicobar. Quickly to introduce you to the two sides, the team attacking on your frame from the left to the right, and their white and black is Mumbai. Apologies, is Maharashtra rather. And on your frame, attacking from the right to the left in their signature blue and whites. Randaman and Nikashtra comes knocking on the doors again. That is a lovely ball, well received there by Johnson Matthews. They're still looking for space, so the referee's blown the whistle. By the time Armash Ansari could reach out to the ball, the referee had already called it a halt. And now Andaman and Nicobar had a chance of trying to get hold of the ball, going forward all the way from the back. But then at the end of the day, he couldn't really keep things under control. Balls with Maharashtra now trying to use the left wing in their advantage. And now slowly and steadily trying to build from the left. Doesn't really find an inroad. Kind of smashes onto a melee of Andaman and Nicobar boots there. They'll obviously be hoping that they are able to use these wings to their advantage. In the frame was the skipper of Maharashtra right now who has the ball, Nikhil Kadam. Again, an experienced name, to be honest. And now coming all the way from the left to Maharashtra. Here's a chance. This can be crucial if they can get a shot on target. However, it's not to be. Slowly and steadily, once again, Andaman and Nicobar, in fact, Maharashtra, picks up the ball, starts playing those square passes amongst themselves, trying to use the right wing in their advantage. Yeah? Advait with the ball, passes it out to the central channel, who in turn tips it to the far right. Can he keep the ball under control? He does. And in fact, does an excellent work of keeping the ball under control. But trying to run rings around. That is sensational from Advait there. In fact, Johnson Matthews was the man. Apologies. Wanted to go past a couple of defenders trying to upend him. Unfortunately, despite going past the first defender with a fine stroke there of his feet, by the time he could come across the second defender, it was already too overwhelming for him. There comes in the corner, whipped into that mix, something which could have been very close, a menacing chance whatsoever. But then the ball just wobbling off in front of the woodwork, with Andaman and Nicobar clearing it eventually. Now, to be honest, if you actually talk about the experience of these two sides in terms of football, both the teams, they have somewhat contrasting pedigree in terms of football. We know Andaman and Nicobar has time and time again produced countless sensational talent who has kind of fended off almost unbeatable and have come forward knocking on all cylinders. And at the same time, if you take a look at Maharashtra, they've been an experienced side over the years. They have produced well. We'll get back to that. This is a chance for Maharashtra. Wanted to create a pass out to the cauldron of events there into the center, into the epicenter of the D box. By the time the pass could come, it was already uh, going away from the player who was stationed out in the middle in order to latch onto it and maybe, just maybe, start sniping at the Andaman and Nicobar goal. So yes, talking about Maharashtra's football pedigree, they are a team filled with talents. They are a team who have time and time again come up with sensational footballers and help Indian football in immense ways. So obviously, when it comes to Like when it comes to talking about the contributions to Indian football, both these teams actually have produced significantly good footballers. They have produced some immense, some culturally rich football heritage for the country, which is what you would expect, particularly from tournaments like the Santosh Trophy. We say that at the end of the day, this tournament provides or produces countless future stars for the country. I mean, all the stars that you're looking forward to right now in terms of Indian football, or even legends of the past, let's say Shanmugam Venkatesh and then Denson Devdas, a lot of those names. You just need to look slightly deeper and you would come across names that have went on to play bigger clubs, franchisee, and even got selected for India. Now, after their heydays in the Indian threads itself, they have now taken up the managerial role. So it is quite a significant number of names that these two teams have produced, and it isn't just these two teams, to be honest. I mean, the entire Indian football roster coming together towards one mission, just try and propel India towards the bigger goal, towards the global stage. See them if they can make the hunt for the World Cup. Probably not now, but definitely in the near future. It is a tough ask. It's definitely something that we are still to see a gigantic stride, but now under the chaperonage of Igor Stimash and the likes of Sunil Chetri leading the lines with pride and in sensational fashion, probably in the near future. Maybe Sunil Chetri won't be there in the Indian colours himself to see this happen, but with the current crop of footballers who are rising slowly and steadily, down the years, we may come up across some exciting football for India. And as Indian football fans, for us, it is kind of a joint dream that one fine day we see the Indian players singing the national anthem at the biggest stage of all. That is a moment that is so messianic, so powerful, so visceral, which is bound to make you feel in your own respective ways. For a few, there will be tears rolling down their cheeks. For a few, it will be exhilaration, it will be fist pumping pride. So, yes, at the end of the day, all this action will be coming together in forging a collective dream of pushing India bigger in the global stage. Maharashtra now coming all the way from the right. However, that's going to be a throw in. Andaman and Nicobar with the ball, just giving it away. Well, we were talking about a few big names that Maharashtra has produced over time and time again. The likes of Manuel D'Souza, the likes of Raju Gaikwad, who's played for both Mohun Bagan and East Bengal, the likes of Prakash Thorat, Alan Diaz, Darren Caldera. So, yes, quite significant contributions, to be honest. And they have been someone who has really very committedly and passionately came together. Even the likes of Clive Fernandez, Shrikant Malangiri, they all have been doing the ripples now. Shane Dikona as well, a pretty young footballer. Jayesh Rane, who would forget that name, went on to play for much bigger teams. Definitely the likes of Ashutosh Mehta as well. Yes, like at that one point in time, there came a line following the likes of Bend It Like Beckham. From there, it went on to go out as Bender Dias. So yes, so Dev Patil as well, Aniket Jadhav who's doing a fabulous job right now, Nikhil Pujari, Farooq Chaudhary. So yes, the names keep on coming, and the fact that the names keep on coming is what actually makes Maharashtra a very hotbed of footballing talents. That was a free kick though that went sailing outside. Andaman and Nicobar as well, time and time again, they are a team that relies very heavily on their physical prowess. They come together. They have a lot of stamina that they like to build upon, and at the same time, they are a side that relies a lot on the coordination, a lot on hoping that a lot of hopes that they can also come up in the footballing scene, and in fact, in quicker terms than ever. They are a very prolific side as well. They are a side that keeps on driving themselves. That is what is more important. Nonetheless, that's a pass here from Maharashtra. And now slowly taking his stride down the central channel. Does a decent job of keeping the ball away. And this can be a possible opportunity for Maharashtra. Can they find a way to try and send the ball into the mix? There comes the cross intended for the player on the far left. However, the ball goes out of play. It's another corner here in favor of Maharashtra. They're all set. There comes the corner, whipped into the mix. He lays it down. That's the first goal of the day. That's a brilliant team effort, and who better than the side, Nikhil Kadam, to score the opening goal for Maharashtra. Time and time again have they lurked on the horizon, and eventually the defense of Andaman and Nicobar comes unglued. That's the sheer brilliance of this collective effort. Sensational corner, well headed by Yash Shukla into the path of Nikhil Kadam, who was lurking in ambush. The moment the ball falls at his feet, it was way too easy for him. Simply caresses it home from point blank range, and Maharashtra has drawn first blood on a bright Friday morning. What a way to kickstart the mood for a weekend for Maharashtra. Even though there's still a lot of football to come, almost 70 minutes of action remaining, yet Maharashtra can now take hope from the fact that they have something to look forward to. They have a cushion to protect, and more be more creative, be more expressive, and start playing with their best foot forward. Andaman and Nicobar, however, knowing the side, knowing their grit, gumption, and tenacity, they are a team that will keep on coming higher, that will keep on coming harder at Maharashtra after that goal. But nonetheless, Maharashtra is a side that's self-driven, and now that they have found the goal, they will try and use the impetus in their favor. That is a poor ball. That's a giveaway there. Another chance. This can be goal number two. It is goal number two. Poor judgment there by the goalkeeper Abdul Aziz, who came out of his line, and a wonderful use of footballing acumen, just chipping it over the goalkeeper. And it looks like it's the captain once again, Nikhil Kadam, to find the back of the net. And that's one of the cheekiest of finishes you would come across. Sensational finish. Poor work by the goalkeeper. It is Nikhil Kadam. Abdul Aziz coming out of the line, coming out half-hearted, to be honest, as a footballer, as a goalkeeper rather. You know you don't come out of the line half-hearted. You either stay benched on the line or you go all guns blazing anywhere half-hearted, and you're giving your opposition a 90% chance to score. That is exactly what an experienced campaigner like Nikhil Kadam did. He received the ball. That was a fine first touch, a feathered touch, in fact, precisely kept things under control. And how wonderfully he chipped it over the goalkeeper. And to be honest, Abdul Aziz was slightly out of his depth there. And now Andaman and Nicobar Islands come all the way from the left. They're trying to find an opportunity, but the ball was sent to the far left. However, that's gone out of play. That is going to be an offside. Maharashtra will take their time. Short passes, and they are happy to build from there. Just a few moments ago, what we witnessed in a span of just around 2 to 3 minutes, how the entire complexion of the game changed. And Maharashtra coming on the doors from the right once again. And this time it's Johnson Matthews. He's been a live wire all that right wing. There comes the cross once again. Goal scoring chance. Flashes in front of all the players stationed in the face of the woodwork. Not to be though. And Andaman and Nicobar trying desperately to keep the ball away from the danger zone. It seems that Maharashtra is unsparing in their commitment. Shannon Pereira a few moments ago on the ball, and then it's now Deepak Patil who sends it back to Durvesh on the right. Durvesh, however, hoping to get in a decent cross in place. Really get it in place. I mean, get it in position from where Maharashtra could have compounded the misery of Andaman and Nicobar. There comes the goal kick. Kind of pinballs of each other's head. Comfortably received. Maharashtra on the ball once again. And now they drive forward, looking for those small pockets of space. Wonderfully created as well. Chips it in the hope that there will be a player stationed out of the far right, or maybe the player who's making the run through the center can latch onto it. Ideally, in these cases, since you're running at the same time to go put in that diving header becomes a question mark. Is the ball close enough to you for the diving header to put in? There's a lot of judgment that goes on very strongly in your mind. And nicely received. There comes Maharashtra once again. Oh, could have been catastrophic for Andaman and Nicobar had the pass been on target. It's just that Nikhil Kadam went slightly further in order to try and receive the ball. That is downright obnoxious from Andaman and Nicobar. It's understandable that you're under the cosh right now. You're trailing by a couple of goals, so you obviously need to get your wits about you. But just a few moments ago, that pass that Andaman and Nicobar created, that was downright obnoxious. That was poor. And now Maharashtra once again from the right sends in a lovely cross. That could have been trouble straight away. Abdul Aziz, fortunate that the ball didn't fall at the head of the player of the Marauder, lurking in front of the goal. And there comes the long ranger, this time goes straight in the gloves of Abdul Aziz. He'll get his gloves warmed up with that. Gurvesh now starting to pull the tricks alongside Johnson Matthews from the right, Shannon Pereira joining the party as well. That right wing has been a blazing fire path for Maharashtra, wherein for Andaman and Nicobar at the moment they are clueless. They are punch drunk. They are caught in a Pandora's box that has been pried open by the vulnerability, by the fragility of their own where Andaman and Nicobar's Gitin Raj trying to use that left wing to their advantage. However, not to be, he runs short of support there. And Maharashtra's resolute defense comes to the party. Good work again. And now Johnson Matthews can build from that right central channel. Slowly and steadily. That's a nicely weighted ball into the stride of that galloping midfielder who's gone himself. And that is Advait right now. Another cross. Could have been goal number 3 somehow or the other. A chance that was harder to miss than to score has not got into the back of the net. That was a sensational delivery from Advait. And then Johnson Matthews latched onto it, went on to go for the cross. But by the time the cross fell at the feet of the player who wanted to keep it in the goal, wanted to keep it down, wanted to snipe it home, ended up getting underneath the ball. Ideally, in these situations, it may look very easy to score, but the trick is where are you getting your feet on the ball? Ideally, if you're getting your feet underneath the ball, what happens is that the ball takes an elevation, takes a higher route. Here comes Maharashtra, an opportunity. There comes goal number 3. Maharashtra is obliterating Andaman and Nicobar. And who else than Himanshu Patel, another experienced name, an exciting young talent in the likes of Maharashtra, to get themselves that third goal. Wonderfully scripted that goal, that pile driver being pegged back into the post. The Andaman and Nicobar defense, too meek, too emasculated, and eventually came apart at the seams. Just that one deft touch that took the ball away, that took the ball in a direction which was away from the defender, trying to mark the likes of Himanshu Patil. And the moment he got the ball away, the moment he got the ball into his left foot, then instantly put it back on his right, created space, and there you go, bam, into the back of the net. And Maharashtra is decimating, is toying with Andaman and Nicobar at the moment. This is something what they do the best. Even yesterday in the Santosh Trophy, we saw how Railways kind of tore apart Rajasthan. It's almost turning out into a similar story for Maharashtra as well. They are an experienced side. You've got to feel for Andaman and Nicobar. They're trying to come up against a powerhouse of Indian football. Ideally, if you want that to happen, you need to have your homework done properly, which doesn't seem like has been done. Johnson Matthews on the ball again. There comes the cross. However, it eludes everyone. The goalkeeper of Andaman and Nicobar finally giving in a chase and eventually clearing his lines. And at the moment, it feels like a barrage of attacks has been launched against Andaman and Nicobar, and they are barely surviving by the skin of their teeth. Maharashtra is proving to be too hot to handle for them. This is absolutely brilliant football here from the experienced White Brigade. That's the kind of football here that is absolutely sensational. And knowing Andaman and Nicobar, a team that thrives on unwavering willpower, they will obviously come knocking on the doors again. They will look for opportunities, but till the time it comes, they have to hang in there. They have to believe in themselves. Maharashtra from the right, Durvesh on the ball, looking for space, sends it into the central channel at the feet of Advait. Back to Advait. Advait chips it up towards the far left. However, that pass was intercepted. And now Shannon Pereira sends it nicely once again to the central channel. Wanted to launch it into the box there, but that went miles away. Nikhil, he will believe that he's got the job done, and why not? He's got the job done sensationally. He's got that early brace, put Maharashtra into the driver's seat, and from there on, Andaman and Nicobar, the defense was somewhat caught napping in case of the third goal. And what should have been a better piece of defense, a better act from Andaman and Nicobar, somewhat proved to be an absolute disaster as Himanshu Patil almost walked his way through the defense and eventually pegged the ball into the back of the net. Maharashtra comes knocking on the door again. Ample space, shooting chance. This can be goal number 4. It is goal number 4. And this time it is Johnson Matthews, the man who was pulling the strings from the right, to find himself on the scorer sheet. Another wonderful piece of teamwork there that left Andaman and Nicobar reeling in agony. Cool in the calm head. Look at that pass, that last moment pass. It was expected that the pass won't really come. Himanshu Patil himself will be firing the ball in. But having a quick look, showcasing his exemplary match awareness, his situational awareness. What he does is he quickly tees off Johnson Matthews, somewhat who has been a tremendous provider on that right wing. And Johnson Matthews takes his time and simply plays it towards the far left beyond the extended reach of Abdulaziz, making it 4-0 in favor of Maharashtra. And now we are in the drinks break. We'll take our time. By the time they come back to this. And we are back on the ground. The question remains is how do we go on about their business, and so does how do the two teams come together. Short passes for Maharashtra there. Keeping things simple. Back again on the ball. Back to their goalkeeper, Paramjit Baghel. I mean, that's the first time he's touched the ball today morning. That tells you how dominant Maharashtra has been. In fact, they have been so dominant that their defense itself have done the trick. Johnson Matthews, the goal scorer of that fourth goal, was on the prowl for the delivery. 32 minutes on the clock. This has been a sensational piece of gameplay so far. There comes the cross, looking for help. However, Maharashtra firmly in control, but Andaman and Nicobar does a decent job of snatching the ball away. And now they try to drive. Maharashtra asking for that offside. However, it didn't bother them at all. It's because Paramjit Baghel was quick to get out of his post and take the ball away. Maharashtra comes knocking on the doors again, slowly and steadily. There comes the long ball, that Route 1 brand of football. They haven't really had to rely on that Route 1 brand of football, and that is because their attacking unit has come together so nicely. The chemistry between the players, particularly the likes of Nikhil Kadam, knowing where to be and when you need to be there. I mean, that has been so brilliant. It's something that you would savor, you would cherish time and time again. Talking about that right wing, that has been the epicenter of all the action. Kind of a boiling cauldron from where the splinters and sparks have flown all together. Well, there's a change happening, and that is for Andaman and Nicobar. Kind of the panic button already being smashed there.
Andaman Nicobar,
Jersey number 22 walks in
three out, jersey
for
number
them. So
22,
obviously, a lot will have to be accounted for when they go back to the drawing room, or rather dressing room. They have to go back to the drawing board actually, and start talking about an alternative. Start talking about what are the backup plans that they can come up with. It's understandable. In football, you will have your days and you won't. When you don't have your days, ideally, what happens is that uh, you need to start thinking about your alternatives. You need to start thinking outside the box. I mean, it's understandable that a four-goal cushion can be pretty overwhelming for you, particularly when you have conceded it in a span of around 10 minutes. That starts playing with your mind. So, obviously, with all said and done, you can expect that when things like these happen, you have to understand the focus, you have to understand the immediate need at your hand. And the substitute that we were talking about, Naveen, came in place of Jayant Barla for Andaman and Nicobar. Let's see if this change can bring a change of fortunes for the men in blue and white. At the moment, they are being completely outplayed altogether. The question is, how long will it take for Andaman and Nicobar to knit together the kind of ferocity, the kind of vehemence that you would come across? Oh, once again, that's a lovely ball. Can be a goal scoring chance. He let one fly, but then he lets one fly rather, but then ended up jamming the ball at the defender. Once again, stations it perfectly. That is a lovely 1-2 there. The danger still remains. I think it's gone slightly awry there. However, the ball still stays at the feet of Maharashtra, and they are looking for shooting space. Nice one touch football. Nikhil goes for the shot again, but fails to smash it on target. Could have been the alarm bells ringing every time Nikhil Kadam has latched onto the ball. The alarm bells have started ringing like none other. And Andaman and Nicobar, the defense, they've started shaking altogether. You got to feel for them, to be honest. They've tried, yes. Once again, Nikhil on the ball, goes for the long ranger. The danger still remains, but finally Abdul Aziz comes to the deliverance of the team. This would have been a sensational goal had he found it, had he got it on target. but it was not to be. Brilliant stuff. And talking about Nikhil Kadam, an experienced name, somebody who's played a lot of clubs altogether, Andaman and Nicobar. Well, they are not done yet. They want to keep on coming at the opposition. Wonderfully received. Wanted to go for the knuckleball there. However, trying to create a cross from a knuckleball, that looks to be a very fancy opportunity. However, it won't exactly be what you're expecting. And talking about the legacy of Nikhil Kadam, he's been in the Indian football circuit for a decade now. He's played for Pune in ISL, he's played for DSK Shivajians, he's played for Mumbai, he's played for Mohun Bagan, he's played for Northeast United, he's played for Mohammedan as well. There comes the cross, or rather, there comes the corner. Danger still looms large because Andaman and Nicobar has the ball. That isn't the best of crosses, though. However, Andaman and Nicobar, that is sensational piece of work, yeah. From them, there comes the cross, goes for the shot. That's the first time Paramjeet Baghel had to put himself in harm's way and eventually stave away that shot from Ansif M. It was Farhan Ahmed actually. Ansif M was the one who created the ball. Farhan Ahmed was the one who took the shot. Is it Farhan Ahmed rather? No, it's Gitin Raj. Apologies. Gitin is another experienced player in terms of Andaman and Nicobar's excellence. And here we were talking about Nikhil's footballing legacy. He's been a part of DSK Shivajians, he's been a part of Mohun Bagan, he's been a part of Northeast United, Mohammedan SC. So, obviously, big names in the Indian football circuit. And most importantly, he is one of the most talented midfielders that you'd ever come across. So, no wonder those two goals which he went on to score, that was absolutely fabulous altogether. Now coming all the way from the right there, Nikhil has shuffled all the way to the right, which is another good sign. When he started off from the left. There you can see in the frame Paresh Shivalkar himself is a gift of Maharashtra to the Indian football circuit. He's one of those young coaches who's coming up. And to be honest, even when we talk about the young Indian coaches, earlier in the days, it used to be a conception that only when you're old enough to go away from football can you coach a side. But when we talk about modern day football, there are so many young coaches in action. The likes of Mikel Arteta leading Arsenal, the likes of even Ole Solskjaer, who's not as young as Arteta, of course, but he's doing a phenomenal job. So yes, we need to understand that the entire concept is evolving. We are seeing youth taking up roles around football. I mean, now we kind of understand that football is not just about being a part of the field of play. I mean, of course, all of it revolves around the game, but there are so many options right now in football. You can take up the coaching roles. It's a lot more accessible. You can take up commentary as well. To be honest, you can take up broadcasting. You can take up football analytics. So yes, I mean all of that coming together. These are promising signs for Indian football. These are promising signs for all the youth who aspire to be in the footballing circuit or in the sporting circuit. That's a Group F for you: Andaman and Nicobar, Maharashtra, Andhra Pradesh, Tripura, Telangana, and Lakshadweep. Here's a chance for Maharashtra again. This can be danger coming in. Can they find themselves another lovely pass into the central channel? Advait on the ball. Advait looking for support, looking for some shooting space himself now. However, the pass wasn't really the best of passes. It was intervened, but the ball's back at the feet of Maharashtra. And now they come all the way from the right. Durvesh. There he goes for the cross. Very easily repelled away by Andaman and Nicobar. Well received. And now Shannon Pereira on the ball. Can be a deadly situation here. However, Andaman and Nicobar, the defense has now regrouped themselves. They've rallied themselves together. They are not to allow Maharashtra those free passes, the ticket to free firing in their own defensive third. That is how it should be. I mean, football is a game of moments. So at any point in time, if you can get some momentum going your way, that's what happened with Maharashtra as well. They started off on an aggressive note. Yes, they are still dictating the narrative of the game. But what happened once they scored that opening goal is they started propelling themselves. That is a fine piece of work by Abdul Aziz, who is now a lot more composed. He was under the pump. He was under some serious pump a few moments ago. So obviously he had to find himself in the right headspace to keep an attacking unit of Maharashtra at bay. And now Maharashtra, cool and calm once again, passes it to the left, taking their time, chips it forward. There comes the attack from the left wing. Now they are switching to the left wing in terms of attack. The right wing has been the most active unit for them. Another lovely cross comes all the way from the left. And the ball goes out of play after Maharashtra's player wanted to latch onto it. In fact, it was Nikhil Kadam himself. It's good to see somebody who's as good as Nikhil Kadam. He's coming to the fore, his experience, showcasing, blazing the trail for the youngsters to come. That's the kind of football that you would expect from your senior players. That is a fine piece of work. And there comes Maharashtra. This can be dangerous. However, I think that one particular thing about Maharashtra's unit is that what they have depended, what they have relied on, they have actually executed it very well. That is, they have believed in those short passes of themselves. They've taken the ball instead of going for the shots, instead of going for the long ranges. What they have done is they have actually squared off each other in the center. However, also one thing that needs to be taken care of is that if you are having the long ball or if you're having those short balls played so perfectly, ideally you don't need to think about your long shots. But then again, considering the fact that Maharashtra has a good lead to protect, when they come up against bigger powerhouses of the game who are somewhat immune to these kind of short passes, knows exactly what needs to be done. I think you will also have to try that alternative of long ranges. There comes the shot, could have been goal number 5 as well. However, he misses his mark from almost handshaking distance there. That should have been put into the back of the net and should have been put into the back of the net comfortably. He had all the time in the world and he didn't need to hurry. There wasn't any player marking on that, but somehow or the other, that goes begging. Should have been converted nonetheless. And there, the ball getting out of the field of play. It's going to be a throw in now, comfortably taken in, taking their time slowly and steadily, trying to find a way forward. That is a lovely ball, wonderfully received, and that is goal number 5. Despite Abdul Aziz trying to put a spanner in the path of the delivery, that was to no avail. Comfortable, composed, and sensational stuff here from Maharashtra.
महाराष्ट्र संघ 5 मिनिट
Before we head to the part where 3 minutes will be added on, it's going to be 180 seconds of torment for Andaman and Nicobar. Look at the goal once again, this time from the left. And brilliant work done by Himanshu Patil, who finds his brace as well. Excellent delivery. Picture perfect delivery, perfectly weighted. The goalkeeper should have done better from that. I mean, once again, he was rooted to his position, somewhat anchored, his feet not moving altogether. And as a result, what happens is when your feet is anchored as a goalkeeper and when you're not flexible enough to move towards the ball or at least throw your body on the line, ideally shots like these somewhat becomes very difficult to stop. Because first and foremost, it's coming from point blank range. And second of all, it's coming from a player who's got ample power behind the ball. That's a free kick given to Andaman and Nicobar. And they'll be hoping that they can build as well. It's a captain, Nicklian Francis. He's been, in fact, he didn't really touch the ball for a while now. And that should be the first corner of the day for Andaman and Nicobar. Maharashtra not willing to take any kind of risks there, just heading it out of play. And at the moment, Maharashtra looks pretty relaxed. However, they have a set piece to deal with. One particular aspect of the game that they will also like to come up trumps with. Let's see if Andaman and Nicobar can make this set piece count. They'll take their time. Chips it into the mix, eludes everyone, and eventually proves to be a wild corner there. And now Maharashtra on the break once again. However, the ball's gone out of play. As we enter the final minute of first half, Maharashtra won't really have the say that they are looking forward to. Andaman and Nicobar will take their time, just trying to calm things down. 5 goals is now proving to be a bit overwhelming, a bit swampy for them. The question remains is if they can find a couple of early goals in the second half, maybe and just maybe, even how quixotic it sounds, they may try and get or go for those 3 goals towards the final 20 minutes. I mean, even if they are not able to win this fixture, their idea of this game should be to score as many goals as they can, kind of create a statement, kind of create that belief in themselves from where they can score. Yeah, create chances like that. That is what you really want to see there. And that looks like that will be going Maharashtra's way. That's a throw in, a bit of tempers flaring out on the sidelines. The referee quickly stepping inside, instantly restoring discipline. You know, football, they say, is a body contact game, so you have to understand that in cases like these, in chances like these, you need to step up, you need to intervene. Being the official, being the arbitrator, your primary role is to ensure that the game is being played with a sportsman spirit. Yellow card was shown there, and finally, peace being brokered amongst the players. And with this, we'll come to the end of the first half here at the Chhatrapati Shahu Stadium between Maharashtra and Andaman and Nicobar. Maharashtra leading by 5 goals to nil. Nikhil Kadam with a brace, Himanshu Patil with a brace, Johnson Joseph Matthews with a solitary strike. Will return with the second half. However, for now, this is your cue to savor a 10 minutes breather. And I'll also dive in for a break as well. Catch you on the second half.
कोई भी नहीं आया हाँ भाई कोई भी नहीं आया आई नो वर्कर्स कम ऑन देन गिव
77वी संतोष ट्रॉफी नॅशनल फुटबॉल चॅम्पियनशिप 2023-24
जिम काय उपयोग नाही लवकर.
ग्रुप एफ मधील लीग सामने आजपासून शाहू स्टेडियमच्या या हिरवळीवर सुरू होत आहेत. या स्पर्धेतील आजच्या दिवसातील पहिला सामना महाराष्ट्र विरुद्ध अंदमान
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. We are all set for the second half between Maharashtra and Andaman and Nicobar. And at the moment, as things stand, Maharashtra has a convincing lead over Andaman and Nicobar. And they will be hoping that they can actually replicate the same momentum. That's a Group F for you: Andaman and Nicobar, Maharashtra, Andhra Pradesh, Tripura, Telangana, and Lakshadweep. So obviously, with all said and done, this half, Andaman and Nicobar will be hoping to make magic happen. I mean, it's understandable even if they are not able to fight back with all the goals right now in place. But what they need to understand is that they will have to believe in themselves. That is what matters the most. And there you go. After the customary shuffle of the two sides, now on your frame, attacking from the left to the right in their blue and white, is Andaman and Nicobar, wherein on your frame, attacking from the right to the left in their signature white and brown, is Maharashtra. And Maharashtra, riding high on the imperious brilliance of their captain Nikhil Kadam, and definitely Himanshu Patil, they have a 5 goal cushion. Andaman and Nicobar finally getting something to show for. They wanted to come all guns blazing. It was not going to be easy. However, in the process, before they could let one of those shots fly, a player must have taken a blow out there. I think he'll need some treatment, does he? Well, it looks like that he's actually jammed his foot altogether. And now Maharashtra, once again, Nikhil Kadam back to the left wing. There you go, goes for the shot. However, that was not well accepted. That was not well taken, rather. Nonetheless, Advait comes from the left this time. He's not really able to find a way. He was crowded by two defenders. There comes a prolonged cross. Maharashtra latches onto it, looking for support, looking for help. They will get a corner though. That will definitely be a chance, a shy at what they are capable of. They'll take their time. They'll reach there slowly and steadily. They are in no hurries whatsoever. And it's their captain himself, Nikhil Kadam, with the corner. Takes a shorter corner. Lays it back to Nikhil. Nikhil on the right now. Schemes past the first defender. But not to be. Decent defending there from Andaman and Nicobar, puts in a very timely tackle and ensures the fact that that has been executed to the T, because had that not been executed properly, they could have risked a spot kick as well. That's the kind of fearlessness that you will want. Nikhil back on the corner duty once again. There he goes, curling that in menacingly. However, Abdul Aziz stands tall under the woodwork. Well, it has been one such day where there isn't much that he could have done except for that third goal and the second goal as well. Because ideally, in the second goal, if you would have gone all guns blazing, maybe and just maybe there was a possibility he could have thrown Nikhil Kadam off his scent. Yeah, the Maharashtra player goes down. Now it's understandable. It is a football is a body contact game. Now, ideally, when you're playing for such a long time, you just started your second half. Now, for Maharashtra, it's a different story. They'll be happy to sit back and defend. But with the kind of start that we have had, it has somewhat shown us that Maharashtra actually wants to keep on scoring. That's a nice pass. Maharashtra still looking dangerous. That is a lovely delivery. The referee's blown the whistle. A free kick just at the edge of the box, thankfully. That could very well have been a spot kick as well. There comes the yellow. He was clear on goal. I don't think the defender could have done much about it. Had he not committed the tackle, that is taking one for the team. He took one for the team. He was very clearly up on goal. In fact, he was risking a red as well. Ideally, it said that if a player is straight on goal and the path is somewhat clear, and you try and obstruct him, you may end up getting red. So that could have been a 50-50 call for a red card as well, but it wasn't. The referee is happy to give away a yellow, kind of a warning. But what a wonderful position to have your free kick from. I'm sure Nikhil Kadam will be fancying his chances. He's a master of those set pieces, and they have quite a few players actually circling the ball. They have Himanshu Patil as well, who would be hoping for a hat trick. They, of course, have Nikhil as well, who will be hoping for a hat trick. And now they have got Armash Ansari. There comes the free kick, however, that balloons over. Not too many people will be interested to know what was the outcome of that. A goal kick now for Maharashtra, or rather for Andaman and Nicobar. Apologies. And it is Ayanekka who's been given the yellow card. There comes Maharashtra once again, birding in from the left. They were almost bustling their way through. It was Pawan Vijay Malik who was trying to find a way. Sadly, it was not to be. And just to give you all a heads up, again, we'll get back to that after the corner, the heads up part. Before that, let's have another corner at the moment. Johnson Matthews, who's got a solitary goal for himself, will obviously be expecting a brace as well. There comes the corner. This time, the goalkeeper coming out of his line, Abdul Aziz, clearing the fence. Long range of floating it. Goes agonizingly wide. Had it been on target, once again, Maharashtra could have had another reason to smile. They come knocking on the doors once again. Opportunity for a shot. There comes the shot. And it goes out by whiskers. What a brilliant chance would that have been? Armas Ansari went for that false. In fact, it was Armas Ansari who went for the shot. Sensational effort, sizzling past the woodwork there. Ansari will be a happy man, and he would have been happier if the ball would have been swerving in towards the goal. Oh, this is an incarnation of Maharashtra that can leave you gasping for breath. Andaman and Nicobar comes from the right. Oh, that is a lovely opportunity created. Had the ball had a bit more dip on that, we think we could have actually seen Andaman and Nicobar coming close to that first goal. They're looking for consolation goals right now. I think something at least to build momentum for Andaman and Nicobar. They do not really get ample practice sessions. The infrastructure, I won't say questionable, but obviously the kind of odds that they have to brave to reach here, it is somewhat that should also be mentioned about. So obviously, kudos to their spirit, kudos to their hard fighting mindset. Shot pass. Now back to the goalkeeper there, Paramjit Baghel. Paramjit plays it to Yash Shukla. Yash plays it back to another defender altogether, Pawan Mali. Back with Yash. Now to the far right, taking their time, trying to build those small bursts of movement. Here they come. Nikhil with that lovely delivery. Oh, I think he's taken a bit too long, but what an excellent back flick that was. Oh, how did he miss that? That's still a question. That's still a question. That should have been put into the back of the net. That should have been a hat trick for Himanshi Patil. You've got to give kudos to the goalkeeper of Andaman and Nicobar, Abdul Aziz. Sensational work done by him. How quickly did he reach there? That's the first thing. And to be honest, it all started with Nikhil Patil, who created the opportunity. That pass from the center that had probably the weight of a feather on it, and it had somewhat of a compass guiding it. There comes the long ranger, however, repelled away by the Andaman and Nicobar defense. The ball's fallen back at the feet of Maharashtra, though. And here they come once again from that right wing. And this can be another potential cross. The cross comes floating in. The rebound falls at the feet. However, he couldn't keep it under control. Trying to go for the shot from distance there. It was Advait trying his luck. But then in the process, what he does is he ends up skying that effort over. Should have done better than that at least. Well, for the time being, Maharashtra still knocking on the doors, and they are knocking on it vehemently, to be honest. They won't stop at anything right now. They want goals. They want to find themselves cruising in the driver's seat. There comes the corner. Whipped in. Oh, lucky for Andaman and Nicobar that Maharashtra fails to get it on target. It had the venom, it had the precision, almost everything that you need to get your goal in. And now Andaman and Nicobar will be knocking further on the doors, coming all the way from the right, headed to safety there. However, the ball's back at Maharashtra's feet. I think they'll get the ball away because one of the players are down on the ground. Will need some treatment. The referee halts play. Quickly rushes over to the player, just ensuring the fact that all the players are safe and sound. Because ideally, you see, after you put the rivalry aside, at the end of the day, football is a gigantic family. It's a big extended family where everybody comes together, everybody loves the game and plays it, takes it for the spirit of the sport. That is very important. If you understand, you realize that Andaman and Nicobar right now, they are in some serious discussions. Gitin Raj having a very quick discussion with Mohammad Sadiq, another young coach. Gonna start fast now. Coming all the way from the right, taking their time. That's the best part. Taking their time, not really panicking. That is what makes them almost unstoppable. That is a lovely ball. Brilliant 1-2 there. Just before the final touch could have come. They have went forward and stopped. I mean, a crucial intervention there. Could have been deadly, to be honest. There comes a long ranger, goes wild altogether. goal kick now in favor of Andaman and Nicobar. Maharashtra comes knocking on the doors again. Another point blank opportunity. Can they get it on target? Well, it went slightly more, but the goal will come nonetheless. Half a dozen for Maharashtra and half a dozen humiliation for Andaman and Nicobar. Once again, the
चालू
defense
सामन्यामध्ये
barely aware of
महाराष्ट्र
what
संघाकडून चांगल्या
positional awareness
पद्धतीने
should be.
झालेले
Look at how three defenders went after the ball, left the player in the center, just like that. Advait, unmarked, uncharted, just waited for the
षटफलंदाज
ball, and as soon
आठ
as the three defenders were
अद्वैत या
out of his
खेळाडूने
way,
संच नोंद केलेली आहे
he had acres of space to just put the ball into the back of the net. Easy pickings. More than the fact that this is Maharashtra's goal, it's more of a gift to Maharashtra by Andaman and Nicobar. And this is for the second time that this has happened. In case of the third goal, the way they allowed Maharashtra to almost walk to the goal and score, this was simply another one. Just coming together. I mean, it's understandable. You are playing at a state level football. You can't just, designate all your players, deploy all your players behind the ball. You need to understand that where and when to put your resources. Nikhil Kadam, there he goes, snaking his way past a melee of Andaman footballer boots and eventually earns a free kick. That was a sensational piece of run. That's experience screaming at your face. That's class coming alive. Look at that run. There you go. First, second. In fact, that was the third defender. The first defender was not shown in the replay. Eventually, in order to stall him, they had to bring him down and concede a free kick. Once again, a lovely position to concede a free kick from that Maharashtra will absolutely savor. They'll take their time at the moment. They are in no hurry whatsoever. And why should they hurry? Is there a reason that they should be hurrying? They have a 5, they have a 6 goal push. Opportunity building. It is. There comes the free kick. Did get enough power behind it, but not enough elevation to beat that wall. Nikhil still on the ball. Taken away. And there comes Andaman and Nicobar. Fine piece of work once again. Chips it forward, goes out of play. It's really been a pretty dominating encounter. To be honest, this has been lopsided for Andaman and Nicobar. The way Maharashtra has dictated the proceedings, it is more about the confidence. Now, again, as I mentioned, Maharashtra has been a side that has been in Indian football for a while. So, when you're coming to play against them, you need to have an eye on what are the possible openings that you can come across. Because once you get this eye on the openings, then obviously you can try and come knocking on the doors. But unless you are able to find a way forward, then what you need to do is you need to start building around the small things and do them right. Create those passes and everything. Nonetheless, short passes there. Nicely received. And now chips it to the far left, in fact. It into his stride. Keeps the ball under control. This will work. And eventually, it's a throw go against Maharashtra. But now it will go in favor of them. Maharashtra knocking on the door slowly. There comes a cross, slightly overpowered, and they keep the ball in. Actually, they do, but Andaman and Nicobar doing a decent job of snatching it away from them.
अभी नहीं देख रहा है उसको यार ओपन तान रहा है नहीं दिख रहा है
Andaman and Nicobar right now will be hoping if they can get themselves a goal, at least show something to themselves. That is important. I mean, even if you are being played out, that one goal, it may be a consolation strike for others, but for you, it's a confidence builder. It's a builder of belief in you. And particularly in a tournament like this, in a high octane tournament like this, belief is crucial. That was a lovely little back flick there. Not exactly a back flick, a turn and a flick. Uh, had it been well placed, then obviously things could have happened. Well, Maharashtra at the moment just too comfortable right now. Where in Nicobar, Andaman and Nicobar, to be honest, what they are doing is, I won't say that they're even coming close. Again, a chance that could have at least formed for Andaman and Nicobar, that's just gone out of play. Throw in here in favor of Andaman and Nicobar. They'll at least try and savor a bit of possession in the opposition half. Decent work, however. Well taken care of. And now Maharashtra comes knocking on the door. Look at how Advait is cantering down the central channel to the far right now. Goes for the cross. However, Abdulaziz comes out of his line and collects it. It has been a tormenting day for Andaman and Nicobar. The entire defensive unit, Abdulaziz himself, the way Nikhil Kadam has just tore them apart. Every time he's received the ball, there has been terror instincts reigning supreme in the camp of Maharashtra or in the camp of Andaman and Nicobar. Oh, that is another lovely ball going slightly away from the Maharashtra Marauder. And here comes the pass. Lays it down into the stride. There comes the shot! And staved away by a diving Abdulaziz for a corner. I think that was going away as well, so could have been slightly haywire there. Sensational opportunity created. The corner comes floating in. The opportunity remains. Goal number 7 for Maharashtra. Picture perfect awareness and simply prodded home from point blank range. In fact, not prodded, rather powered home. Brilliant first touch, keeps the ball under control, sends it to the distance from where he can fire it home. And then came the shot beyond the leaping reach of Abdulaziz. And Maharashtra has laid waste to Andaman and Nicobar. And in fact, now they can be eyeing double figures as well. It's going to be a twin substitution here. Jersey number 16 and 17 will be coming in. Advait will be taken out of the equation. He's got a goal for himself. And the way he has actually sizzled in the midfield a few moments ago, the kind of run that he went forward to. And it's going to be jersey number 17 for Maharashtra. And eventually their captain will be coming off the pitch. What a sensational game has Nikhil Kadam had. If you ask me who's the player of the match so far, for me it has to be Nikhil Kadam. Brilliant football, the way he's dictated the proceedings, the way he shuffled all around the park, the way he scored those goals, his towering presence, eclipsing the defenders with those picture perfect crosses and finishes. No matter how much I say, it should fall short to describe Nikhil Kadam's brilliance. It was Gurvesh Nijat with that goal. Maharashtra, there comes a long ranger. Oh! For the first time in the game, Andaman and Nicobar thought that they can get something going. That was close. That was very close indeed. Nonetheless, Maharashtra on the rise, on the prowl, keeping Andaman and Nicobar on their toes. Not really the best of passes. Intercepted there by Andaman and Nicobar, but they've given the ball away way too cheaply. Once again, an inroad for Maharashtra. There comes the cross. It's beaten everyone. It is shocking to say the least. Three defenders getting beaten. It's finally Abdul Aziz who has to come out of his goal and stop that. You're playing at a state level. Where is the resistance? Where are you together as a defensive unit? You're just giving things away right now. It's understandable you've conceded 7 goals, but that doesn't mean that you would be
Substitution
so
by
non existent.
Andaman Nicobar team.
Oh my word, that is absolutely unacceptable. 70 minutes in the clock, 7-0 is what Maharashtra has knitted. But to be honest, a few goals that Maharashtra has scored, you can actually say that Andaman and Nicobar needs to be given the credit. The goalkeeper still getting the treatment. Now, ideally, as per the rule of FIFA states, if your goalkeeper is injured till the time he gets back up, or if he's not in, like if he's in a position to continue, you need to continue treating him on the field. Well, that's the dugout for Andaman and Nicobar. They are a young side now. You've got to give it to them. They are a young side. They're trying to learn a lot of things. So obviously, when you try and learn a few things, you also need to understand that how you will be coming across, how you will be building around your around the tournament. This is once again another chance. Oh, the goalkeeper may face the wrath of the referee. Yes, the yellow card comes out. The question is, do we get a spot kick or is it a free kick? He was clearly, I think it's a free kick. It's just outside the box. Well, at the moment, it feels like Maharashtra is unstoppable right now. It's good to see that they have got back up. There you go. First and foremost, it was the defender. Yeah, that was clearly. In fact, he's lucky that he was not on goal. Had he be on goal there, Johnson Matthews, it could have been some serious trouble. In fact, it could have been a red as well. It's going to be a free kick though, in favor of Maharashtra. Can they use this free kick? Can they make the most of it? Only time shall reveal. We're all set for that. There they go. Oh, it was dipping viciously there. Could have very well been put into the back of the net. Sensational free kick there from Sanket Saloke. There wasn't any curl, there was a dip. And in dips like these, you need to be very, very careful, because if you are not, what usually happens is that by the time you could reach out, or you want to palm that out, you end up palming it into that top net of yours. So that is something that definitely they will not like to happen. Back for Maharashtra once again, and that's gone out of play. 16 minutes of action remaining,
water
and we'll
break,
have a water
1
break.
minute.
Well, both the sides have really went all guns blazing at each other. Sadly, though, for Andaman and Nicobar, things haven't really panned out as they would have wanted it to happen. Now, as the players are getting out on the field, it's a throw in for Andaman and Nicobar. Maharashtra still trying to snatch the ball away, and somehow or the other, Andaman and Nicobar has actually given the ball away just like that. This can be a shooting opportunity. There comes the shot, drags it wide. Oh, oh my word. Andaman and Nicobar, they aren't just living dangerously. At the moment, they are being overrun by Maharashtra. Outnumbered, outpowered, outclassed, outgunned. And it eventually goes out of play as well. Just trying to keep things under control. That is a wonderful piece of work. Here they come from the left. This can be another goal scoring chance. Very wonderfully body shielded there by Andaman and Nicobar. This is the kind of awareness that we talk about. This is the kind of confidence that we also talk about. You really need to understand how you are keeping the ball away from the opposition. Andaman and Nicobar at the moment will have a throw. Naveen, the substitute who came on as the first half, hoping that he can change the fortune. Sadly, it was not to be. Maharashtra giving away the ball in the midfield. However, they know that even if they are giving the ball away, Andaman and Nicobar will somehow give them back. And that is exactly what's going to happen. The cross comes in. Easy finish. Goal number 8. I think Maharashtra should be believing that they should have actually put it straight forward into the back of the
महाराष्ट्र
net.
संघाकडून
And it is Sanket
8व्या
Solanke
गोलची झालेली
to
आहे.
get goal number 8 here for
जर्सी नंबर
Maharashtra.
16
That should have been a
संकेत
much more
सोळंके
straightforward
या
finish.
खेळाडूने गोल
He
नोंदवलेला
took
आहे.
a bit of
चालू
time there.
सामन्यात
So the
महाराष्ट्र
fact that
संघ 8 विरुद्ध
Andaman and
0
Nicobar
झालेला
actually
आहे.
got a touch to it, I'm sure that they won't really be liking that. But nonetheless, 8 goals now, and Sanket Solanke has added to his tally as well. What an outing has this been for Maharashtra, and this is probably one of the tallest of score lines that you would come across. And kudos to Maharashtra for dictating the narrative with such divination, with such ecstatic touch of football. And it seems that they are still not done. They are eyeing double figures right now. 10 minutes to go, 2 goals to score. So, a lot, I repeat, a lot can be on the line. For now, Andaman and Nicobar should start setting in shorter goals. What should be their next step? If they are not able to score, at least they should not concede in the last 10 minutes. What a tremendous display has been these from the hosts of the Maharashtra leg, the Group F fixtures. This is the first match of Group F, and Maharashtra are running riot altogether. And a nice short pass. Works his way back. Lovely piece of effort there. To the far right. Chips it forward, repelled away. And Andaman and Nicobar just hoping if they could have got a run. No, they have given the ball away once again. Acres of space. There comes the cross. He couldn't connect onto it. Had he connected onto that, that should have definitely been goal number 9. I think that is exactly what Himanshu Patil must be telling his team member. Come on, you got to place that slightly more crisp. In fact, he's saying you could have placed it with a bit more ease there. I could have received it and then powered it into the back of the net. But it's all right. It's understandable. Goal kick comes floating in. Nicely shielded away and taken for themselves by Andaman and Nicobar. Can, can Maharashtra try and stall them? Try and reclaim the possession for themselves and drive forward once again. 9 minutes feels to be too much of time for Maharashtra to easily reach the double figures. In fact, 9 minutes of regulation time. Do not forget the additional time as well. It's going to be a drop ball at the moment. The referee actually got in the way of the pass. And yes, it should be going in favor of Andaman and Nicobar. In fact, possession reclaimed. And now here they come. That's another lovely ball to the far left. Oh, he wanted to actually go for the cross there. But ideally, when you go for those crosses, you start losing your balance. So Johnson Matthews, he must have lost his balance there while he was trying to tilt and send the pass into the stride of the player who was stationed out in the center. So at times, this balance needs to be very crucial. I mean, balance is balance is key for you to create those chances, create those opportunities, try and get them towards the goal. At times, when you miss out on that balance, it can be slightly tricky. Well received there by Andaman and Nicobar, just keeps the ball away. But they've given things away cheaply again. There comes another long cross opportunity. The goalkeeper's come out of his line to deny Maharashtra their ninth. Oh, I think despite conceding 8 goals, if somebody can be said as the hero of Andaman and Nicobar, it has to be their goalkeeper Abdul Aziz. Had it not been for him, we could have easily seen the tally going up to 15 goals. Time and time again, he's come out. There have been occasions where he's flunked completely, and there has been occasions where he's emerged as the rising phoenix. That is the first mistake made by the Maharashtra defense. But they quickly already there. So technical difficulties altogether. So that had to be brave. And usually that has been taken care of. So yes, pass being sent forward. So eventually will clear it away from. We'll have a substitution in all likelihood. Yes, twin substitution here for Andaman and Nicobar. What I
First
believe is
position by
for them, it
Andaman
should be a
Nicobar
learning
team.
curve. They should be knowing a lot more about this game. They should be understanding this game a lot more. That is more important for them. And in fact, Maharashtra will also go with a twin change. They know that
Substitution
they have already secured what they
Maharashtra.
wanted to. They'll obviously be eyeing for that 10 goal mark still. And finally, Himanshu Patil, who was being put in to try and complete his hat trick, he has been taken out. And Johnson Matthews as well. What a sensational piece of display has it been for Johnson Matthews, too. Brilliant stuff. Another change as well, in all likelihood. Durvesh will be going out. Yes, Durvesh goes out. Final 5 minutes of the game. Final 5 minutes of the regulation time, rather. Sends in a nice cross. Maharashtra does well to take the ball away. Can they keep it under control? Doesn't look like. Andaman and Nicobar has snatched it back. And now they are clawing to keep the ball away from Maharashtra. Maharashtra has actually got it. I think that should be a free kick. It is a free kick. The coach of Andaman and Nicobar, Mohammad Sadiq, he's definitely not happy. But to be honest, that was a free kick. They failed to contain his speed there. So they had to bring him down, or else he would have been clearly on another potential scoring opportunity. That's a lovely ball forward. And the changes right now introduced by Andaman and Nicobar. Alpadus coming in for M. Joy Phil. That's a lovely ball for Andaman and Nicobar, but I believe it's a bit too overpowered, and the Maharashtra defense has their bases covered. Mohammad Munir came in for B. Abdul Anwar. Well, I believe Mohammad Munir could have been introduced slightly ahead because he's someone who's got the speed at his behest. I mean, again, it won't have really changed fortunes, but maybe it would have allowed Andaman and Nicobar to introduce the speed that you usually look forward to. It's a lovely ball. Sends it to the far right. And now playing it amongst themselves easily. Chips it towards the right once again. Satish Havaldar has come in for Maharashtra. Durvesh Nijaf went out. Maharashtra once again took the ball away, and it looks like they'll have control. They'll have firm control over proceedings. And they come knocking on the doors from the right. There goes the cross. It is slightly overpowered. However, the ball will remain at the feet of Maharashtra there. Sends it towards the center. And now it's Yash Shukla. Jersey number 18 at the moment. Short pass once again. Shannon Pereira. Rather further pass deeper down. They come knocking on the doors once again, and this time it's Deepak Patel. Plays it to the far right. There comes the cross. I think the cross is slightly haywire, but Maharashtra has got players at the far left as well. Another cross comes floating in. Opportunity knocking on the doors. Overpowered. The ball still remains alive at the feet of Maharashtra. However, Andaman and Nicobar now has a chance of breaking free. Free kick going Andaman and Nicobar's way. Shifted gently. Another short pass. Oh, in fact, that was an attempted short pass, and that attempt has gone all wrong. And here comes Maharashtra from the left. Eventually, a thumping block, a thumping defensive clearance coming all the way. Yeah, from Andaman and Nicobar just to deny Maharashtra their ninth. Final minute of regulation time here. It's going to be a throw in, and they are going to take that long throw in, just trying to test all possible options on the table. Tries to bring it down, and in fact, the referee will say play on. Maharashtra, though, will be happy to keep it out of play. Because he's still looking. Yes, they will be. They have an 8 goal cushion, and I don't think uh, Andaman and Nicobar will obviously be, hoping that they can do much either in the additional time, whatever it is. 6 minutes of additional time.
Added time 6 minutes.
We take to some 20 in favor of Maharashtra. Sincere apologies for the technical difficulties that I had to go through. And thank you everyone for actually being so accommodating as well. Nonetheless, final 4 minutes remaining. Steadily in their way. Kabar that exhaustion has set the goalkeeper as well, taking their time. Forward, straight into the keeper then. And now Andaman and Nicobar still looking for that consolation goal, still looking for that opener that can set them on the right track. That's a nice chance. They go for that long ranger, but it doesn't seem to affect what he can do. apologies. It's technical difficulties have been slightly overwhelming in the last 10 minutes. So, yes, getting back to the game. Short pass onto the right now. They come knocking on the door. Slowly and steadily. That's a lovely ball. Trying to create the chance yet. Shielded. It's going to be a goal kick. 17 seconds yet. And Andaman and Nicobar will be begging to be put out of their misery. This has been such a torment for them. They have been absolutely trampled over. There they go for the goal kick. That is that. That is that. Maharashtra securing a 8-goal victory over Andaman and Nicobar. What a
इन्फेक्ट
grand
ठरलेल्या
start
महाराष्ट्र
to the
विरुद्ध
tournament for
अंदमान निकोबार
Maharashtra.
या
Nikhil Kadam
सामन्यामध्ये
scoring a brace. Himanshu
महाराष्ट्र
Patil
संघाने
scoring a brace. Johnson Matthews with a solitary hit. Advait with a solitary hit. Durvesh with a solitary hit. Sanket with a solitary hit. With 6 different scorers, Maharashtra will obviously be happy with the outcome. Absolutely brilliant altogether. Why not? They have fought and they are well. Now the exchange of pleasantries being made. Well, ladies and gentlemen, that's everything from the game. You can now say what has been a high scoring affair, and this is